Today we're going to start 7-2, solving multi-step equations, and we have a couple of steps here. Step number 1, first thing that you're going to look at is you're going to combine like terms. Second, you're going to use the distributive property. Third, you're going to add or subtract so that you get the variable all by itself. And then your last step, you're either going to multiply or divide to isolate the variable, get it all by itself. Now, some of these steps you may not have. You may not be able to combine like terms because there might not be any, or there may not be any distributive property. So just go down through the steps, do what you can, and then what you want to end up with is you want to get the variable all by itself. So in our first example here, if we go through our steps, we want to look to see if we have like terms, and we do. We have a 3x and we have a 6x, so you're going to combine those. You're going to get 9x. You also have numbers. You have a 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7 is going to give you a -2. That's going to equal 25. So we did our combine like terms. You will notice that there was no distributive property. There was no parentheses anywhere there. So then you're going to go to the next step, number 3 here. You're going to either add or subtract to isolate the variable. So here's the variable. Here we have a subtraction of a 2, so we want to get rid of that. So you're going to do the opposite. So you're going to add 2 to both sides. One of the things, if you want to do, you can put a line down through the equal sign so that you can separate it from left to right. If not, you don't have to. So this cancels the 2's out, so you're just left with a 9x. Over here, you have 25 plus 2, which would be 27. Go to step number 4, you're going to multiply or divide. So in this case, this is multiplication. This is 9 times x, so you're going to do the opposite, which is divide. You're going to do that on both sides. These 9's cancel, leaving you with an x. And then you have 27 divided by 9, which will be 3. And then you can check your answer by taking this value that you found, put it up in here for x, and put it in here for this x. Multiply those, then add and subtract, and you should end up with 25. And if you do that, you'll find out that it does work out. So moving on to the next one. Once again, you're going to see if you can combine like terms. We have an 8x plus 3x, so you can combine those. 8 plus 3 gives you 11. Then you have 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. You're going to go to your next step, which is either to add or subtract. So here we have an addition. So what you want to do is you want to subtract. So that's going to get rid of that. Here you're going to have 37 minus 4, which would be 33. And then your last step is either to multiply or divide. This is multiplication, so do the opposite, which is divide. And get x equals 3 once again. Okay, the next set of problems. In this one, you'll notice that you do have parentheses, so more than likely you're going to have to do distributive property. So look to see right off the bat if there's anything I can combine, and there's not. So I will use distributive property. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times -6 is -24. I will bring down the 7, like that. Now I can combine like terms. So you have a -24. You're going to add 7 to that. Excuse me. So that's going to leave you with